Hello students. Now in the last video we discussed about bar magnet and permanent magnet. Then magnetism in human beings that we discussed. Now today we are going to discuss a force on a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field. Force on current carrying conductor. Current carrying conductor in magnetic field. So now students, we studied about the magnetic field. Hans Ørsted explained that when we pass the current through a conductor, it produces the magnetism. Means if any conductor or any material, if we pass the current through that material, so magnetic field is produced. That is explained by who? Hans Ørsted. And this is experimentally we proved also. Now today we are going to discuss force on current carrying conductor in magnetic field. If any conductor kept in a magnetic field, conductor means current carrying conductor, if we kept in the magnetic field, it experiences a force. So for that purpose, one activity we are going to perform. So in that activity, one stand we have to take. So this one is the stand. So in this stand, we have to attach one current carrying conductor. So this is the current carrying conductor. See students, how it is connected. Positive, negative. This is the current carrying conductor. So this current carrying conductor, this is the conductor AB. AB. Now this current carrying conductor kept in a magnetic field. So we have to keep these things in a magnetic field. This is the magnet. Like this. Strong magnet. So what will happen? When we kept the current carrying conductor in a magnetic field, so here north and south direction is there. North and south direction. And current is flowing from positive to negative terminal in this way. So when we kept a current carrying conductor in a magnetic field, so this conductor experience a force. So experience of force means what will happen? We will see the movement in the conductor. How this conductor is moving? What is the reason behind that? So, and when it is possible, how this conductor we have to keep? So, when the current carrying conductor kept in a magnetic field, a mechanical force exerted on the conductor which makes the conductor to move. Why conductor is moving? So mechanical force exerted on the conductor. Which mechanical force? This magnetic field exerts a force on the conductor, and due to that force, that conductor is moving from one place to another place, or back and forth, or up and down. The direction of force acting on current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field is, so how it is that the direction of force on current carrying conductor placed in magnetic field. How this force is applied? What is the direction of that force? So first, perpendicular to the magnetic field. First, what is perpendicular to the magnetic field? Second, perpendicular to the direction of current. Our force is exerting perpendicular to the magnetic field and perpendicular to the direction of current. The maximum force is exerted on current carrying conductor placed in a magnetic field when it is perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. When the maximum force is exerted, when that conductor kept in perpendicular to the magnetic field, then the maximum force is exerted. If the current carrying conductor is not perpendicular, it is parallel, then what will happen? There is no force exerted on the conductor. What will happen? No force exerted on the conductor. If current carrying conductor is placed parallel to the magnetic field, then no force exerted. What will happen? No force exerted. The maximum force exerted on the current carrying conductor if placed in perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field. So from this experiment, this is going to prove. Means if we kept the current carrying conductor in the direct perpendicular to the direction of magnetic field, then the maximum force is exerted, and if it is parallel, then the force is not exerted on the current carrying conductor. Then this direction we told, direction of the magnetic field, direction of the current. So what is the direction of the force? Direction of the motion. in which direction motion is occurred, in which direction this conductor it is moving. So for that purpose, this explained by Fleming's left hand rule. So where we are going to study Fleming's left hand rule. So what is the Fleming's left hand rule? So again we will come on this. So we will keep this Fleming's left hand rule. Before this already we studied Maxwell's right hand thumb rule. First rule already we studied. This is the second rule, Fleming's left hand rule, and third rule is going to come, Fleming's right hand rule. So what is the difference? Big difference it is not there, only small difference is there. That only we have to keep in the mind. So what is that difference? So that I will tell. So first we will discuss what is the Fleming's left hand rule. So what we have to do, hold the forefinger. This is the forefinger, middle finger and thumb. Forefinger, middle finger, thumb of your left hand. Which hand? Left hand. Hold forefinger, middle finger, thumb of your left hand in such a way that they are mutually perpendicular to each other. How they are? Mutually perpendicular to each other. Means see this perpendicular, this perpendicular, this perpendicular. Means all these three fingers are mutually perpendicular to each other. Then adjust your finger in such a way that forefinger points in the direction of magnetic field. What is representing forefinger? Direction of magnetic field. Middle finger represents the direction of current. What is? Middle finger represents the direction of current. Then the thumb shows the direction of motion of the conductor. What will show the thumb? Direction of motion of conductor. So this statement is called the Fleming's left hand rule. Understood, student? What is the left hand rule? Hold a forefinger, middle finger, and thumb in such a way they are perpendicular to each other, mutually perpendicular, mutually perpendicular to each other. Forefinger shows direction of magnetic field. Middle finger shows direction of current. Then thumb shows the direction of motion of conductor. This is called the Fleming's left hand rule. So how it is So in this experiment, now what is the direction of magnetic field from north to south? So this magnet is kept, north is up, south is down. So what is the direction? Downward direction. And what is the current? Positive. In this way. Are you looking this? So this is the direction of magnetic field, downward direction, and this is the direction of current. So where is the thumb represents? To the left side, means this conductor moves to the left side. When we pass the current through that conductor, the conductor moves to the left side. Understood, student, how it is? See, my hand is not going up. So just you see this, I am showing. This is forefinger, shows the direction of magnetic field, and this is the direction of current. So what is the direction of motion? Direction of motion of conductor is to the left side. Now we will change the direction of magnets. So now north pole up, south pole is down. South is up, north is down. Means what is the direction of magnetic field? Upward. See, this is forefinger, shows the direction of magnetic field. This shows the direction of conductor. Middle finger shows the direction of current. So what is the direction of thumb? Thumb shows the direction of motion of conductor is right side. Means conductor is moving to the right. Understood, student? So this is the Fleming's left hand rule. So this one. Now direction of current change. Direction of current this side. Before that side it was there. Now direction of current is inside. Magnetic field is downward direction. So what is the thumb? Right side. Then see, in this way, direction of magnetic field is up. Direction of current this side. So what is the motion of conductor? Left side. So if we will perform this experiment, we will get this result. So understood, student, what is how the force on current carrying conductor in a magnetic field? Next it is there, factor affecting the magnitude of force. So on which factor the magnitude of force depends? So magnitude of force, direction of magnitude of force is directly proportional to the current flows through the conductor. So what is direction of magnetic field is directly proportional to the current flows through the conductor. First. Second factor is directly proportional to the length of conductor. So in that diagram you saw the conductor. So what is the length of conductor? So length is increasing, so magnetic field will also increase. Direct proportion is there, and if the length of conductor decrease, the magnetic field will decrease. Third factor is there, directly proportional to the magnitude of magnetic field. Third factor, what is there? Directly proportional to the magnitude of magnetic field. So on these three factors, the magnitude of force is depends. So hope you understand, students. So in the next we are going to discuss the construction and working of electric motor. So Today, if you have any doubt, so ask me, I will clear your doubt. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.